What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Sunday, March 13th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are. And then finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get up to $25 on your first deposit. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Cam Payne, DeAndre Ayton, Darius Bazley, DeAndre Hunter, and Russell Westbrook on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, I'm going to Trey Young. He's point guard eligible, 10,100, projected for 53. The goal, 67, but he's in the optimal lineup 21% of the time. I gave Trey Young 35 minutes, pretty standard. 1.5 fantasy points per minute in this spot because it's massive usage, 34%. A straight up double-double, 29 points and 10 assists. You also get 5 boards, maybe a steal. It's pace neutral against Indiana. Indiana, however, not very good right now. Atlanta, 11-point favorites. If this one stays competitive, I think Trey's going to be able to carve up the Pacers. He'll certainly be involved from an assist perspective. He's going to get everybody involved here. There's going to be leaks in this Indiana defense like crazy. The scoring needs to be there. I think it's going to be there. 12% chance to score 67 fantasy points. That seems fine. You probably only need like 62, 63 to guarantee a spot in an optimal lineup. That looks pretty good for Trey Young coming in at number 5. In at number 4, I'm going to Devin Booker. He's point guard, shooting guard eligible, 9,200, projected for 49. The goal is 62, and he's in the optimal lineup 22% of the time. Booker gets free reign of this team with no Chris Paul, so 36 minutes, 1.36 fantasy points per minute. That's no joke. And that's what happens when you get to face the LA Lakers. So it's a slight pace-up spot for Phoenix, and the Lakers stink defensively. 32% usage for Devin Booker, 28.5 points, 6 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and a stock and a half. He runs this team with no Chris Paul. He controls everything. Now, Cam Payne has a little bit to say about that too, but you also see Payne in this top 10 and DeAndre Ayton. I think it's a perfect opportunity to target the Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker in particular. In at number 3, we're going to Devonte Graham. He's point guard eligible. 6,100, projected for 37. The goal just 45, and he is in the optimal lineup 23% of the time. I gave Graham 34 minutes. We've still got no CJ McCollum. We've got no Brandon Ingram. So Graham is north of a fantasy point per minute, closer to 1.1, honestly, in this spot, because they're taking on the Houston Rockets. They gained 2.3 possessions over their average for this spot. They're 5.5-point favorites, and we all know the Rockets' defense is dreadful. Graham with 23% usage in this spot, 18 points, 7 assists, 3.5 boards, and a steal. He's just underpriced for being the starting point guard for a team. The price will come up a little bit more as these guys remain out. Take advantage of it right now. Take the value while you can and attack this matchup because it doesn't get any better. It's not the only New Orleans Pelican we're looking at, though. Naji Marshall in at number 2, small forward, power forward eligible, 4,600, projected for 30, goal 37. He's in the optimal lineup 27% of the time. I gave Marshall 29 minutes. We saw him get the start this last time out. He's a fantasy point per minute guy, particularly in this spot. 22% usage, 13 points, 6.5 rebounds, 3 assists, a stock and a half. And again, that same benefit that Devonte Graham has. Massive pace-up spot against Houston. Terrible defense, but a line on the game that's close enough that it should be competitive the whole way, or at least we should expect that, at which point I'm giving Marshall as many minutes as I possibly can, and I think there's even upside above 29. Now, is there downside? Sure, this game could go wrong, but I think that he can get 31, 32 minutes. That's going to make him look even better at 4,600. Now, before we get to those number 1 contenders, it's not plural, there's only one. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at No House Advantage using the promo code Awesemo. Closing it out with an easy one here, staying in New Orleans, that is Jackson Hayes, power forward, center eligible, 4,700, projected for 34. The goal is 37, and he's in the optimal lineup 40% of the time. No Ingram here. I'm expecting Jackson Hayes to play 30 minutes. He's going to be a 1.15 to 1.2 fantasy point per minute guy. It's not a huge usage thing. It's just a huge points and rebounds thing. 17 points and 9 boards, an assist, a steal, and a block, and the dream matchup against Houston. But not only that, you also get that center eligibility. You don't have that on FanDuel for Hayes, and he's still number 1. But to get him at power forward or at center opens up a lot more. You still get the forward spot. You still get the utility spot. The flexibility on Hayes on a 5-game slate, massive. The opportunities, massive. That's what happens when CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram are out. You get Jackson Hayes as your number 1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Sunday, March 13th. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere. Check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.